Hello, hello! Welcome to another Storytime Quickies of the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. We're gonna be getting into story tale number 33, The Three Languages. This is gonna be a short one tonight. So grab your blankies, snackies, get comfy, because it's time for a tale. Tale 33, The Three Languages. An aged count once lived in Switzerland who had an only son, but he was stupid and could learn nothing. Then said the father, "Listen, my son, I can get nothing into your head. Let me try as I will. You must go from here. I will give you into the care of a celebrated master, who shall see what he can do with you." The youth was sent into a strange town and remained a whole year with the master. At the end of this time, he came home again, and his father asked, "Now, my son, what have you learnt?" "Father, I have learnt what the dog says when they bark." "Lord, have mercy on us," cried the father. "Is that all you have learnt? I will send you into another town, to another master." The youth was taken there and stayed a year with this master likewise. When he came back, the father again asked, "My son, what have you learned?" He answered, "Father, I have learned what the birds say." Then the father fell into a rage and said, "Oh, you lost man! You have spent precious time and learnt nothing. You are not ashamed to appear before my eyes? I will send you to a third master, but if you learn nothing this time also, I will no longer be your father." The youth remained a whole year with the third master also, and when he came home again, and his father inquired, "My son, what have you learnt?" he answered, "Dear father, I have this year learnt what the frogs croak." Then the father fell into the most furious anger, sprang up, called his people over, and said, "This man is no longer my son. I cast him out, and command you to take him out into the forest and kill him." They took him there, but when they should have killed him, they could not do it for pity, and let him go. They cut the eyes and the tongue out of a deer, and they might carry them to the old man as a token. The youth wandered on, and after some time came to a fortress where he begged for a night's lodging. "Yes," said the lord of the castle, "if you will pass the night down there in the old tower, go there. But I warn you, it is at the peril of your life, for it is full of wild dogs, which bark and howl without stopping, and at certain hours a man has to be given to them, whom they at once devour." The whole district was in sorrow and dismay because of them, and yet no one could do anything to stop this. The youth, however, was without fear, and said, "Just let me go down to the barking dogs, and give me something that I can throw to them. They will do nothing to harm me." Since he himself insisted, they gave him some food for the wild animals, and led him down to the tower. When he went inside, the dogs did not bark at him, but wagged their tails quite amicably around him, ate what he set before them, and did not hurt one hair on his head. Next morning, to the astonishment of everyone, he came out again safe and unharmed, and said to the lord of the castle, "The dogs have revealed to me in their own language why they dwell here, and bring evil on the lands. They are bewitched, and are obliged to watch over a great treasure which is below in the tower, and they can have no rest until it is taken away. And I have likewise learnt from their discourse now that it is to be done." Then all who heard this rejoiced, and the lord of the castle said he would adopt him as son if he accomplished it successfully. He went down again, and as he knew what he had to do, He did it thoroughly and brought a chest full of gold out with him. The howling of the wild dogs was heard no more. They had disappeared, and the country was freed from the trouble. After some time, he took it into his head that he would travel to Rome. On the way, he passed by a marsh, in which a number of frogs were sitting croaking. He listened to them, and when he became aware of what they were saying, he grew very thoughtful and sad. At last, he arrived in Rome, where the Pope had just died, and there was great difficulty as to whom they should appoint as his successor. They at length agreed that the person chosen as pope should be distinguished by some divine and miraculous token. And just as the young count entered into the church, and suddenly two snow white doves flew onto his shoulders and remained sitting there. The ecclesiastic recognition, or the ecclesiastics recognized that as a token from above, and asked him on the spot if he would be pope. He was undecided, and knew not if he were worthy of this, but the doves consoled him to do it, and at length he said yes. Then he was anointed and consecrated, and thus he fulfilled the prophecy which he heard from the frogs on his way, which had so disturbed him, that he has to be His Holiness the Pope. Then he had to sing a mass, and did not know one word of it. But the two doves sat continually on his shoulders, and said it all in his ear. What a weird tale, right? Very odd. The three languages. Sort of weird, right? I don't know. No morality to the story other than, like, I guess, even useless lessons can sometimes be of use later in your future, I guess. Or maybe the most I don't know. I the most useless of lessons could pay off in the end, I guess. I don't understand the morality to that one, quite honestly. But that is tale number 33. The three languages. And for tomorrow, we're going to be getting into tale 34. Clever Elsie. Kind of excited for that one. We'll see. We had a clever Hans, so a clever Elsie. Couples it quite well. Uh, if you're watching from YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe down below. Make sure the notification button is on. It'll let you know when I'm going live next. If you want to check me out live, usually I go live sometime between 9:30 to 11:30 PST on twitch.tv Stigma XOXO. So go check that out and make sure you follow and make sure the notification button is on there as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great night, you guys. I have my channel posted, the playlist for the Storytime Quickies down here. You can check out some of the other stories that I've been reading as well. Channels on this side, you can follow that. And check out some of my other gaming content. I usually post up some other games. I will be uploading some of the other stuff soon, I promise. I know Cuphead DLC I have not posted up yet, but it's coming, I swear. I just have to find time to work on the editing for that. To be honest, I've been quite lazy. But I'm improving little by little. Bit of a fixer-upper as usual. I will catch you guys next time for story number 34. And as always, don't stay a stranger.